We've seen how the University Musical Society at the University of Michigan has worked to expand its performance presentations to better reflect the communities of Southeast Michigan. UMS has also sought to enrich artistic and cultural experiences by extending their reach beyond the stage.
Getting out of the tower and into the communities meant beginning to partner with the educational community, working with the communities of ethnic heritage. And when you think about an organization like UMS, we're in the experience business. Yeah. Our little slogan is, to inspire individuals and enrich communities by connecting artists and audiences in uncommon and engaging experiences. We're trying to connect artists and audiences so that they can have their lives enriched.
As the interim director of education, Claire Rice works with community partners to organize meaningful learning opportunities. When you talk about extending the experience, what do you mean? Is it helping the audience understand the artist process better, understand the cultural context better? What's the goal there?
It can be any and all of the above. I mean, we like to think that we educate about the art form, the artists themselves, the cultures from which these artists come or their art forms originate, and the ideas also that are presented in the work. So there's obviously a lot of richness within the works that we present.
The recent artist residency of the Bill T. Jones Dance Company resulted in numerous educational offerings.
Bill T. came in collaboration with the Penny Stamps Visiting Artists Visiting Lecture Series that's run through the School of Art and Design at University of Michigan, and he gave a public talk about his performance process.
We assume that when we look at dance, dance should be as free as music, as free as Jackson Pollock throwing paint at a canvas.
Something changed in you that's changed the way you've gone forward from there. There was a moment of transcendence.
Dance is always, the central metaphor is the individual and the group.
We also had an event at the local YMCA called So We Think You Can Dance, which was Bill T. Jones' company. They're very generous in that they believe that movement is for everyone. And so with that class, we opened it up to the broad community. It was wonderful. It was very intergenerational for kids dancing with their grandparents and strangers, and it was just this really magical kind of dance class for everyone. We had a chance for the associate artistic director of the company to talk with university students prior to the performance that they were about to see.
We loved the music, we loved what happened to it because it was so raw and elemental.
About the real research and the whole process that the company went about for developing that work, and kind of the more academic side of developing the piece. And then finally, we did a panel discussion with faculty members from the university, from the dance department, the history department, and American culture department at the Museum of Art on Lincoln in collective memory, what Abraham Lincoln means to us today, what his legacy is really about from kind of a historical perspective, from the dance perspective, and from the American culture perspective.
I've thought a lot about Lincoln in public memory in the context of the Lincoln Memorial, where I think the language of the second inaugural is really crucial and important.
Now, Claire, why is it important or even necessary to have an educational component to the UMS mission? Couldn't you arguably just focus on the performances?
Some people want to just come in and experience the art and let it wash over them and not know anything about it or the motivation of the artist to create the piece or their process. But some people are really interested in that, and we want to provide those types of opportunities for folks. We're very much believers in lifelong learning here at UMS. Ken definitely says cradle to grave. And then I think there's a huge piece of our program that really focuses on bringing the community together. We at UMS want to provide those types of opportunities and spaces for that community connection.